Good afternoon, Discovery families and friends. This is Principal Williams with another weekly update. I hope you noticed that I've changed the title from Update in a Minute to just simply being an update. However, I will try to keep these brief. So I just want to touch base with you as far as what's been going on at Discovery this past week. Um, Number one, just so you know that our teachers are meeting on a weekly basis with their course alike groups. So let's say that all of the art teachers are meeting together, be it with other art teachers in our building or around the district. And our teachers are meeting to answer four essential questions. Basically, is what do we want our students to know and be able to do with the content that we're teaching them? And so our teachers have derived a couple of essential learning outcomes, and that's their focus for the year. And then that second question is how will we know when they've learned it? And so therefore, our teachers are using common assessments and then taking that data and looking to determine questions 3 and 4 and how to answer them to figure out, which students are struggling, making progress towards those essential learning outcomes. And for those students who already know it or are already proficient, how can we challenge and extend their learning? So this past week, our teachers engaged in weekly meetings, and next week they will do the same. And these are the four questions that are guiding what we call our professional learning communities. Second topic I would like to briefly talk about, although I think this topic deserves a deeper conversation, is vaping. I've been paying attention to, the news, be it local or national news, and just seeing in my opinion, what's becoming an epidemic amongst young people in terms of vaping. Um, this past week, the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention had released a finding that 6 people have already died from vaping related health issues, primarily lung failure. And my concern is that, uh, this is the age, middle school is the age where some students start to experiment with some of those types of activities. And so my message to parents is that if you see anything suspicious, um, whether it's a jewel that looks like a USB or just if you have a question about anything that you find on the person of your son or daughter, by all means, feel free to contact our school resource officer and we'd be willing to look into that. I know when it comes to what students do outside of the school, that's a little bit outside of our control. But once again, our message to kids at Discovery is to stay away from it. Respect your body and respect your health. So um, I look forward to meeting with parents in the future to discuss ways on how we can do a better job of educating kids about the dangers. Our health teachers here at Discovery, I believe they do a fantastic job of going over the consequences for engaging in certain activities. However, I think it's a partnership between home and school should take place to keep kids away from that. So once again, if you find anything or if you see anything, say something. Our school resource officer, Nick Chunnis, is always willing to meet with parents about that. And the last topic is grade checks. Please go into PowerSchool, check on your students' progress to see how they're doing. That way, when parent teachers come, uh, you'll have a better sense of how your son or daughter is making progress towards those essential learning outcomes that I talked about earlier. So uh, please go in and check and communicate with your students' teachers if you have questions, or communicate with counselors or any one of the principals. Our number one goal is to ensure that all students are learning here at Discovery. So once again, this has been a weekly update from Principal Williams, and I hope you have a great weekend, and I will see you on Monday.